And, you know, we have been telling you all day that there's been some sort of a controversy, if you could say, about whether or not this was actually a tornado or straight line winds that we've seen here. So I want to bring in Storm Team 8's meteorologist, Ellen Bacca. I truly love hearing your assessment of all of this, especially with Storm Team 8's background and all of the experience that you guys have. You were able to walk around this area, take a look at some of the damage. Was this a tornado?
It's looking like a tornado. Earlier today in Wyoming, that was a microburst. This, with this long track damage and the fact that we had not just one, not just two, but several homes that were almost exploded from the inside, is a sign that we usually look for that's indicative of a tornado. So with damage this extensive, I'm thinking EF1 definitely. It might be borderline a little bit stronger. Some of the historic places that we've been seeing, some of the historic churches in town, there was all three sustained damage, and those are some pretty powerful buildings there. They're built well, you know. So the fact that those sustained damage really means that we had a very powerful storm through here.
And give us an idea of how you really know then, when you're looking at some of these, some of the damage that you're seeing, what is a red flag as to, okay, this wasn't straight line winds, this was a tornado? What, if you could list off some of the things that you saw, that was definitely, that's a red flag.
Right, a huge red flag. When we were touring some of those neighborhoods, we saw a 2x4 and it was completely shoved into a roof. It didn't just hit the roof, it wasn't just settled on the roof, it was shoved into the roof. We also saw countless windows, dozens and dozens of windows that were just exploded from the inside. So the glass was actually pushed outward. And sometimes we see that with tornadoes. The air is pushed into the building and then that difference in pressure explodes one side out. So we saw a few homes like that, and thank goodness no one was injured from this. Everyone's just walking. They're just walking and surveying the damage, and all of them say the same. There was no warning, and man, we are lucky.
Yes, definitely in amazement. So many people. When will we might know that this was actually a tornado or not?
The National Weather Service is on scene already. I've been kind of talking with a few of them that have been looking at the preliminary damage, and they're thinking it is a tornado. However, the official ruling with damage this condemning is probably going to be coming down here shortly.
Okay, then we will definitely look for that. Meteorologist Ellen Bacca, thank you so much for all of that insight.